First carry for Thomas Rawls. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. No gain on the play there. Second down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
They always have changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And a great spot to start this drive from here. And the slot man goes in motion left. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And incomplete to open things up. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And now it's second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Going right side, he has Witten. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On third down, it's Prescott. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. 15 yards through the air and a first down. The slot man in motion right. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Bailey now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. The drive begins with a run by Rawls. He finds an opening past the 40. There goes Thomas Rawls. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Thomas Rawls, 75 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. Able to fight through one tackle. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard near the 25. Dallas Cowboys offense, they'll get ready to go again here in just a second. Earlier we were discussing the roller coaster ride a little bit that it's been for Dallas this year. And
yeah, and I know where you're going, too. You don't mind me jumping in, do you? I know exactly where you're going.
Because I didn't know where I was going. So.
You knew where you were going. You were thinking about Dak and Zeke.
Yeah.
Because Dak Prescott last season, phenomenal. Only threw 4 interceptions. Really made a lot of plays. Ezekiel Elliott was a big part of that, his ability to run the football. Well, you mentioned roller coaster, right? Zeke's in the lineup, Zeke's out of the lineup, makes it tough, and Dak had to adapt. And I think lately, his play has reflected that he can handle things even if Zeke's not there. And now when you get them back together, because Ezekiel Elliott back for the Seattle game in Week 16, look out, I think Dallas will be that much stronger.
Prescott now on second down. Man open left side, it's Williams. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Slot man moves right. The first down carry by Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. And the slot man goes in motion left. Second down, Prescott. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. They start on the ground with Rawls. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Now Wilson on second down. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebacker.
Under pressure, he's going to go down. Look at this, way back around the 43. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Completes it to Jason Witten. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. A second down throw for Prescott. Throw left side complete. It's Elliott. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Caught left side, Williams. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. The slot man in motion right. They give to Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Bailey now to kick this one away. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On 1st down, Wilson. He sets to fire deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass. In motion is the tight end, Graham. A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Tyrone Crawford in there to sack him for a loss of 6. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They go play action now. Wilson in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Anthony Hitchens in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now Elliott. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
This is Elliott. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
On third down, it's Smith, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great effort there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Bailey now to kick this one away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. In motion, right, Baldwin.
19.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So here we go, first and 10 now.
Hey, that is right. Watch that in. 14, got it.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. They go play action here on first down. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
19.
Lockett, the man in motion. Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And the slot man goes in motion left. On second down, Rawls. And he'll take this one down to the 36. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but he did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And that is incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They keep on the ground with Elliott. A nice little juke. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Slot man moves right. Here's Prescott. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. He's got his man. It's Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrence Williams, 57 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, being on second half no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Play action. It's Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. David Irving. Never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. Play action. Now Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Graham. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this down to the 8. 23 yards on the play.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right? Your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They come out here in the eye. Wilson on the keeper. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson taking it in. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Walsh now for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The slot man in motion right. To throw is Prescott. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. So the D-line's going to spread out. Prescott now. He completes it to Bryant. A gain of 19 in picking up the first. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Elliott. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. The give is to Elliott. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player, not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On third down, it's Smith. And some room to work, and he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. First down, Prescott. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On second down, Elliott. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. And the seemingly endless drive continues. Slot man moves right. 3rd and short yardage. Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bobby Wagner in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They go play action with Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to be marked down deep in Dallas territory. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 58 yards. First down, this is Rawls. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the 4-yard line, it's 1st and goal now. Wilson. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. As the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Second and goal from the 2-yard line. On the ground, rolls. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Thomas rolls. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. And he puts it through. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always, hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through.
Williams, the man in motion left. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. The slot man in motion right. Throwing here, Prescott under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game. In motion right is Bryant. Now Prescott. Bryant with a catch right side. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Now the final.